Welcome everyone to Changing of the Hip Hop Guards. It's me, Uncle E. That's my partner, the journalist Sincere. And today we have, man, I hope you don't get offended by me calling you a legend, but my eyes, and I'm sure in Sincere's eyes, that's what we look at you as, a legend in this game. DJ, engineer, producer, man of all trades, the one and only DJ K
Yeah, yeah,
Rock.
yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on?
How you
Yeah,
doing, man? How's
man.
everything?
Everything's everything, man. Just chilling, living life, man. Doing what I need to do while I'm here on this earth.
Got you. Yo, before we even get into it, man, where are you stationed at right now?
Right now, I'm in Mobile, Alabama, man. I'm in the
Okay, so
dirty South.
that's the reason why I'm asking you, man, because I know you hail from Staten Island. I know you've been in New York, but I hear a real heavy Southern accent coming from you now.
Hey, I've been down here almost 20, since '99, over 20.
Oh, okay.
But I born and raised in New York. I left New York when I was probably about 30. But hey, I got both swings. I got a little bit of the east and the southern swing right now.
Dope. So, K Rock, do us a favor before we bring it up to date. Can you take us back a little bit? Let everybody know. I mean, we just touched a little bit on where you're from, but
Right.
give us a little background to DJ K Rock coming up in the younger age.
Well, DJ K Rock started DJing about 14 back in '84. Inspired by my cousins and my brother. My cousins from Lawrence and Queens. They was always rocking the parties out there. And going out with them once in a blue moon, to rock with them. And then just took it a little further when Milk and Giz, moved right around the corner from me. Started hanging with Milk and Giz, since we was like 12, 13, 14 years old, you know what I mean?
Early.
And we used to rock parties in my basement. Uh, um, you know, where we had to turn people away from the house. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? People was trying to get up in there. So we took it further than that, and Milk and Giz wanted to, they wanted to, have their own thing, their own label and stuff. And they asked their pop, hey, we need to run our own label. And basically that's how, First Priority got, formed. And being that hanging with Milk and Giz, when they started, to put the company together, and they went to school with the Alliance.
Okay.
So I think it's K Swift brought MC Lyte over Milk's house, and Milk was like, yeah, we gotta have you. Like, yo, you got a DJ? And it was like, no, but we got one for you. We got one. So that's how it all started, man. As far as DJing and rocking with Milk and Giz and First Priority since the very beginning,
Wow.
until now. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit of how we got down.
Got you. You want to give us a little, because you said you started off pretty early, 14, 12,
Yeah,
between 12 and 14 as far as DJing, but
yeah.
you know, how lead us up to that part as far as like, I'm interested in DJing. What was it that
You
attracted
know,
you to it?
music. I was always musical.
Okay.
Okay. In the orchestra in school, I played the cello.
Okay.
So I even went to Carnegie Hall when I was about 12 years old to play at Carnegie Hall.
Oh,
In the
wow.
yeah. So I was musically inclined, and I always loved music. When LL Run DMC came out, Planet Rock, what I mean, Cool Herc, DJ, Grandmaster Flash. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dope, to be in the industry, you know what I mean, and try and, show some skills and stuff like that. And, I thank God, for surrounding me with the people that had the same vision, to want to get out there and, change the game, make history, in the music game. So, those were kind of my influences in the music game. And then when I finally got in the game, I don't know if y'all remember the club I think it was off of Houston Street. It's called The World.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was like everybody was in the house. You know, one of my favorite rappers at the time was LL Cool J. So, you know, I'm at the world. I'm in the back of the world, just chilling because we just got there. We just chilling, and you know, I'm an observer. You know what I mean? I like
Okay.
to see, peep my environment, make sure, okay, I know the exit is right there. You know, get out just in case, you know, something wild out. So I'm chilling there. Yo, it was like Big Daddy Kane. We were there. Biz was there. Um, um, EPMD, Run DMC. Yo, it was just huge. So I'm chilling there, you know, just watching everything. And all of a sudden, somebody bumped into me. Like, yo, nigga, why you sitting there being so hard? And I looked, it was LL. I was like, oh,
Get out of
you
here.
know, just upcoming cat, you know what I mean? Not thinking that, yo, LL would recognize, even though I used to rock the big blue coat with the DJ K Rock on the back.
Right, right.
But not to get a bump from him, you know what I mean, and say, yo, why you standing here looking so hard? You know what I mean? So that was just like, ooh, like a kid in the candy store, you know what I'm saying? Just, wow, LL. But you know, I have so many stories, man, and you know, because we was in that era, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The right era, you know, of music, the right era of hip hop, real hip hop, if you know what I'm saying.
Right, right,
You
right,
know,
right.
you know, I'm not doubting none of the cats that's out right now because you know music changes. You know what I'm saying? But we know where real hip hop started.
Absolutely.
Right, right.
You know.
Did you have a mentor earlier on? How did you, you know, pick up and learn how to DJ? Was that self-taught?
Basically, like I said, learning from my brother and learning from my cousins, and then you know, Giz used to DJ. You know, so when we all got together when we was young, we used to, you know, practice at the house. You know, we used to practice, have little battles, you know, and stuff like that. But that's pretty much how I perfected my skills and you know was able to do what I needed to do as far as music is concerned, as far as DJing is concerned, and rocking a party. You know, being a DJ, man, you have to learn how to feel the crowd, know what's in the crowd. You know what I mean? Because you have to be diverse because not everybody wants to hear R&B. Not everybody wants to hear hip hop. Not everybody wants to hear old school. You know what I mean? So you have to learn how to blend, you know, your mixes in your craft as a DJ.
Right. You talked a little earlier on about how they hooked you up with MC Lyte. Can you take us back to that early introduction and the conversations you guys had as far as teaming up as being MC Lyte's DJ?
Well, when Lyte came over, you know, we was talking, and I was like, "Yo, let's go to the house," and you know, I got some beats and stuff going, you know, listen to that. So as we was walking to the house, she was like, "Yo, whose car is that?" I said, "Yo, that's my pop's car," you know. You know, my pops always had Mercedes since before I was born. You know what I mean? But you know, all his cars, he had, you know, our last name on there. You know what I mean? Mora. So she was
Okay.
like, "Who's a Mora?" I said, "I'm a Mora." She said, "I'm a Mora too." I said, "Word." Let me find out we family down the line. So, you know, we looked into it a little bit, you know, we got a little close. So, you know, Mora is not like your Robinsons or your Jones.
Right, right, right.
You know, we have that extra R on the end of that Mora. So, you know, you gotta be related somehow. And our history goes back, you know, it goes back to Selma, Alabama. You know what I mean? It goes back to, you know, deep Alabama, you know, and everybody kind of branched off and went to Chicago, Detroit,
Okay.
and everywhere. So, you know, along that lines, you know, everybody makes families, you know what I mean? So, you know, after that, it was just like an instant connection. You know what I mean? Yo, you family. Well, hey, we're going to rock. We're going to do what we got to do. And that's exactly, you know, pretty much how it happened. And we just got together, rehearsed, did shows. You know, I found like leg one and leg two, you know, told them I got some dancers for us, you know, put that together, you know, and we just went and started rocking, doing our thing, you know.
Nice. Right. Where did you find leg one and leg two?
Leg two used to go to school with me.
Okay.
And what happened was they were from Alaska, so they just moved into town, and they was, moving, trying to get out of Alaska, trying to do bigger and better things. And just like I said, God works in mysterious ways and put them right there where we need, where we needed some dancers. And, leg two was like, yeah, I'm from Alaska, because I knew everybody that was coming into school because I used to work in the assistant principal office,
Okay.
credit, you know what I mean? So I knew everybody was coming in. So he was like, yeah, I'm from Alaska. I dance. Me and my cousin, we're here. I was like, word, you dance? I said, you good? They was like, yeah. I said, all right, cool. So we exchanged numbers. We had a show, I think it was at the Beacon Theater with Sinead O'Connor.
Mm.
And I told him, I said, come on out, come on out to the show. And they didn't know that that was the test.
Right.
Threw them out there on the show, you know what I mean? With Sinead O'Connor, everybody was in the house. And from that day on, boom, leg one and leg two been with us, for so many years, you know what I mean? But we did our thing, you know what I mean? We did our thing coming up, man. And I'm real proud of them. They're still doing their thing. And, they got families, they got kids and stuff like that. So, everybody grown man stuff right now.
Gotcha.
So now, were you guys initially signed to First Priority, or how did that come about?
Yeah, we signed the First Priority Atlantic, and then, they had the Bum Rush with East West and stuff like that. They had Barshaw on Bum Rush. I believe they had MC Peaches on Bum Rush, but Lyte, Milk, First Priority, we, all on First Priority music. Yeah.
Did you guys shop a demo before First Priority, or were you just?
Nah, I don't think, Milk, shopped the demo. It's like, we forming First Priority music, you know what I mean? And, they built the studio in the basement, and when Milk did top billing, he called me over the house. He said, yo, come check this beat I just made. So I went over there, he played it. I was like, yo, that's dope. That's dope. You
guys knew instantly, huh?
I mean, just knew instantly because it was nothing like nobody had, you know what I'm saying? And, just to create something like that with just a little 4-track 707 Alexis sequencer, you know what I mean? And reel to reel, like, yo, that was history. And a foot pedal, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's quick. So when you guys first formed First Priority, you had Alliance was already there, right? Because you guys said you were in school together. It was you, MC Lyte, and then you also had Mitchie Me was there.
Mitchie Me, yeah, from Canada.
Was she early on as well?
Yeah, she was early on as well.
Okay.
She was as well.
How did you guys find her?
I don't know how they me. I can't tell you the story on that. But hey, I can plug y'all in with Mitchie Me, and she can tell you the story with that.
That'll work.
That information off. I'm pretty sure. She'll love to do the interview with you guys. You know what I mean? And you will talk about that afterwards.
Well, yeah, that'll work. That's dope, man. So you guys came in pretty strong, though. You had a nice team already assembled.
Yeah. We were rocking at that time. We were running kind of neck and neck with Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? But Def Jam, kind of
right.
oh, you know what I mean? And did that.
Right.
But we had some dope artists on First Priority, and we were able to make classics and make history.
Can you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sensei.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, can you talk a little bit about that process as far as, the conversations leading up to working on the first album?
Basically, once everybody got signed to First Priority Music, it was on, okay, we need to move this product. We need to get some dope music and move this product and get it out. We got to hit it hard. We can't play with the industry. We know what they want, and we just got to give them what they needed. So KC from the Alliance, did a lot of Lyte's hits, you know what I'm saying? Wrote a lot of Lyte's hits. And, that's how we pretty much was able to, hit the market and hit it hard, because we had, you know, great, you know, producers, great writers, and you know, our show was crazy. You know, Lyte's delivery was crazy. You know, so we had crazy marketing. You know, we had a whole full staff at First Priority. You know, we had my cousin was working, Terry Mora. He was working, you know, publicity. You know, we had Mia doing a whole lot of. I mean, we had First Priority had their full staff. You know what I mean? And everybody was on hustle mode, and that's why we were able to, you know, be, you know, recognized.
Gotcha.
How did Atlantic come into the picture?
Well, you know, distribution. You know, getting into areas and overseas where, you know, a independent company wasn't able to get. You know what I mean? Too. You know, it's not like now where that, you know, really you don't need a record label. You can just get on social media if you know how to market it, and you know how people, you know, I mean, just one press. That's it. It's all over the world. You know what I mean? So back then, you know, everybody was trying to get on the major labels for distribution, to get in the areas that they couldn't do as an independent, you know, label.
Right. So you guys are up to bat in 1988 with Lyte as a Rock. Take us back to that creative process.
Oh, Lyte as a Rock. Oh man. You know, that was the crazy era. That was the video was crazy, you know, as you know, having fun in the video, doing a little dancing up there in the video. You know, we were just really at the height, you know what I mean, of our career, you know, just really getting started, like really, you know, hitting the crisscross tour, hitting the all of these different tours with, you know, Guy and a Heavy D tour, the Public Enemy tour. You know, it was bananas, going back and forth on both tours, and I mean, having fun. You know, that's when it was just having fun. Everybody was coming together, you know, playing the CeeLo, you know, but just really, you know, looking out for each other in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that era, you know, to 90 to 91, you know, 92, it was just we were tours every month, and then we'd stop for a couple of weeks, back on tour. You know what I mean? So it was fun. It was definitely fun.
Before we get into, you know, one of your favorite tours that you can remember, I want to ask you, when Lyte first came to you guys, did she sort of have her style already, like as far as her delivery and even like the way she looked and all of that? She already came to you guys like that? Yeah.
She already had a style, you know, of course, you know, enhanced it a little bit more, right, you know, but she already came with that heat, you know, before she came, you know, the First Priority. So she was doing her thing, but when she got to First Priority, it just basically took her to a whole nother level, you know, whole nother.
You got you. She was, man, still to this day, but she was one of my favorite back then, man. When she came, she had like the whole package, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I was such a
like this. Lyte never had to, you know, show body skin, you know.
Right.
You know, show her ass and, you know, legs. You know, she kept, that was Lyte. Lyte was just raw. You know what I mean? That's it. You take me as I am, and that's it. You know, I'm going to give you these lyrics. I'm going to give you these heat. You know, so how she was.
You know how like we, you know, like us from New York, right? Like we say there's certain artists, there's certain people that, like, when you look at them, we like to say like they're the embodiment of like New York, or like, to me, Lyte, that's what Lyte was. Lyte was like that embodiment of like Brooklyn. Like she, you know, like I don't even know how else to explain it. It's like you saw Lyte, you heard her, like you just knew.
That's
like,
it.
That she repped it all. And that's what was so tough about her. You know what I mean? The sound, the voice, the look, man. That.
Oh yeah, she still gets down to the day. You know, when we still do shows and stuff like that, man. We try and give you the best that we can. You know, we gonna give you that heat. We gonna give you that flavor. You know, we matter of fact, we got a show I think coming up soon. We just came from Houston. You know, doing TSU. Was it TSU? Yeah, TS Texas. Yeah, Southern University or TS. Yeah, we
Okay,
just
okay.
and then something for the United Negro Fund Foundation.
Mm.
So yeah, man, we just been still doing it, still blazing it, still giving the people what they want. You know what I mean?
Does she come when she does like some of her old, first hits and stuff like that? Is she because I know Light changed up a lot, you know what I mean, as far as her looks.
Yeah.
Does she come out with some sweatsuits or the
Oh yeah.
door knockers and stuff?
She come out with the sweatsuit, still come out with the sweatsuit,
Nice, nice.
leather stuff. You know what I mean? She's, as she got older, she got sexier. You
Right,
know,
right.
of course, you got matures. So you still wanna give that rugged look. Some of, you know what I mean?
Throw the rope chain on once in the blue.
Exactly, exactly, and do your thing. She coming out there to represent.
Nice, nice, nice.
After that debut album dropped in 1988, how did life change for DJ K-Rock personally?
How did Lyte change for
No,
DJ K?
no.
Life.
Oh, life.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something. My parents, I love my parents, rest in soul. They taught me, when you get in this business, be humble. You understand what I'm saying? Be humble. Everybody's the same. Treat everybody the same. Don't get out there trying to think that you bigger and better than anybody. And that sticks with me to this day. And if you knew me 30 years ago, 40 years ago, I'm the same crazy K. You know what I'm saying? Same cool cat. I'm that cat that, if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? If I can, take you to that next level, I'll take you to that next level. But pretty much the same, man. I mean, as far as starstruck and all of that stuff, nah, man. I'm still the same crazy person. I mean, you can ask anybody, my classmates, anybody, friends that I've been having over 30 years, anybody. Same cool cat.
You got a good Latin Quarter story for us around this time?
Ooh, man. Latin Quarters, that was the spot. If you performed that Latin Quarters and they didn't boo you, you understand what I'm saying? You can make it anywhere. Let me tell you something. Lyte was loved. We went in there, we did our thing. Lyte is a rock, cha-cha-cha, cram to understand you back then. They accepted us, I mean, there was times I was up there chilling with Red Alert up in the booth, and I'm looking, and they got this, the chain gang. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That go through the crowd snatching your chains and
Yeah.
looking like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, so there's so many stories that came out of the LQ that you could write a book on it. My man Big V, that's what we got. Big V that did security for Milk and Gears and us. Yo, he used to work at the LQ. He can tell you stories upon stories upon stories. Even Bigfoot, the one that's on the first cover, you know what I mean? He was there for a time or two. So it's like every time I did the LQ, my heart would race. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, I can't mess up. I got to make sure this music is right. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, they were just the same thing with the Apollo. You will get booed at the Apollo. So we did the Apollo. We did all the classic stuff back in the days. Phil Donahue, Joan Rivers, MTV Raps, Rap City, Arsenio Hall show, Soul Train. I mean, the list goes on, man. There's things that now wish that they can do, but never will be able to, because it goes down in history. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dope. A year later, you guys drop Eyes on This. What kind of adjustments did you guys make going into that? What did you learn from the first album going into the second album?
Well, that was more of a laid back type of album. You know what I'm saying? Eyes of the soul, trying to get a message out there.
No, Eyes on This.
Eyes on This?
Yes.
Oh,
it had Cha-Cha, had Stop, Look, Listen on it.
Really no adjustment. That was the, second album. We we were taking off then, you know what I mean? Because the first time we had Cram, Lyte, 10% Diss, you know, the answer back to Antoinette, you know, Light as a Rock, you know. So the second album was, you know, Cha Cha Cha, you know, Stop Looking, Listen, you know, the other classics on that, man. It was just, we were moving, you know, we were just trying to drop it, you know, all these hits to stay relevant and you know, keep it, you know, radio play and stuff, you know.
Right.
Yeah, real quick, can you go back 10% Diss?
Mm-hmm.
When they made that beat and you heard the rhymes and all of that, what went through your mind?
I'm like, yo, she called me a rockhead DJ. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you gotta look at it like this here. Lyte had to put it in her place. You know, she had to put her in her place, man. I was like, okay, cool. Sweat. You know, they had the Kumo D and the LL. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had, you know, the Big Daddy Kane and who they had, Rakim or something, you know, so everybody that was the battle days, the real battle days where you took place on lyrics, you know what I mean, and songs. So I'm like, yo, but she didn't want none. She didn't come after 10% Diss. She didn't say anything, you know what I mean? And then years later, we met up.
Okay.
And before DJ Dice, my boy DJ Dice kind of called on the three-way and we was talking for a good bit with Antoinette, you know, she was trying to get back in this game, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, they got a Sisters of Rap in Atlanta that's going on. I said, you need to be in the house, you know what I mean? And she was like, I don't know. You think I'll be able to get in? I'm like, yo, you part of the Sisters of Rap, you know what I mean? Come on out. So she came out and her and Lyte finally met, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was no beef. It was just, yo, grown women, you know, talking fast, laughing, having fun, and you know, just paying homage to each other. You know what I mean?
Man, that's one of the hard. I think to this day, that's one of the hardest this songs out, man.
Yeah.
You play that right now, you still get amped up.
Hot damn! Oh, here we go again.
Shut the fuck up. Oh man.
And we still rock that in the shows. In some areas, we still bring out top 10% Diss. You know.
I got to get to one of y'all shows, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. But you know, we, like I said, man, we pull out the classics. This, you know, like with certain artists, certain songs hit in certain areas. You know,
right.
So, you know, like 10% Diss, we couldn't play that in like certain areas. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it really didn't hit. But the Midwest, like Detroit, Chicago, you know, Ohio, all of that, we can go through our first album and just kill it just on the first album. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Lyte is still relevant. Lyte is still doing shows. Lyte is still doing music. You know, and still bringing that heat on this music. You know, the album drop was Legend. I Am Legend.
2 years later, you guys dropped Act Like You Know, and that's when you was talking about Eyes Are the Soul and that Laid Back album. Now, at this point, is the DJ, you personally, starting to take a kind of backseat? Is the DJ still a focal point, or do you start to see the landscape changing 1991?
Yeah, it started changing around there. You know what I mean? You know, there's a lot of stuff that's changed behind the scenes, and you know, it's, you know, I started seeing some things, and you know, hey, you know, Lyte is growing, Lyte is getting large, you know what I'm saying? And you know, thing has to be, you know, in the right way, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, things started changing at that third album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have involvement, or are you kind of starting?
I didn't have too much involvement on that one there, you know.
Okay.
But you know, that was that album, you know.
Right.
I was on the front cover. I was on the insert. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Now, I was just going to say that around that time, though, that was going on with a lot of groups that, you know, like that at one point the DJ was always right there, if not front, you know what I mean? They kind of started, you know, fading back a little
Yeah.
bit around that time.
You know, because it was hard for a DJ. I'm gonna tell you, even from the very beginning, DJs, it was hard for DJs to get their recognition.
Right.
If I were, because the limelight was the MC. You know what I mean? So I had to fight for my spot. You know what I mean? I had to fight for it. You know, I can't even front. You know, hey, come on now. You know, hey, I'm here. You know, but you know, things, you know, in life, in the music business, things change, and you just have to be prepared for it and know how to rock with it. You know what I mean?
Now, I know, for example, like I never knew up until way later, like Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, like I always thought they were all three signed as a group. And then I found out that I think Jay was signed, you know, like separate or something like that.
I think I heard about something like that.
Yeah. Were you guys, like, were you like, was that as a group?
Nah,
Like
we signed as a group. It was just MC Lyte, you know. Contract that I had was presented. I didn't like that contract, you know. Another contract was never presented. So, you know, we just left it as is.
Gotcha.
Going into 1993, me and Uncle E always talk about the change of hip hop. That was the hardcore era. You had the Wu-Tangs, Black Moon. You had so many people changing their style. What are you witnessing with MC Lyte at this point going into Ain't No Other?
Well, at that time, what a lot of people don't know, we wasn't together.
Okay.
You understand? From the middle summer of 92 to 2002, we kind of went our ways. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know this. This is the first time I'm actually saying something right now about it. But we went our ways in 2002. You know, that's when, you know, emails and everything was coming, you know, and social media and, you know, websites were coming out. And I saw Lyte was online, and I hit her up. I said, yo, what's good? What's going on? You know? And she said, yo, is this K-Rock? The original K-Rock? I said, the original Dundada. You know, like, oh, what's going on? You know? And from that day on, we started speaking, talking, and we was like, I was like, yo, who's going out with you? What's going on? Who's with you? She was like, nobody. You know, I'm not out with nobody. You know, just playing, you know, stop and play, you know? So I'm like, yo, if you need me to go back out with you, let me know. What's up? You know? She was like, I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? So from now on, you know, our first show back together was All-Star Weekend in Philly. I think it was 2003. And we killed it. We murdered it. It was just like we never departed. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we've been rocking ever since.
Right.
Nice.
From that 92 to 2002, fill us in on what you did to keep yourself busy. At one point, you're on album covers, you're touring the world, and then things start, you know, changing.
Well, you know, again, I got to go back to my parents. You know what I'm saying? My pops is like, what you gonna do now? Yo, what's up? You ain't gonna sit around the house, you know? So he said, you have to get you a job or something. And I'm like, damn, I gotta get a job. So that's exactly what I did. I went and applied for the post office, and I've been working since 1992, the end of 92, November of 92 to now, 30 years with the post office.
Nice.
I never let anything stop in that process. I had, you know, a couple of companies, you know, Fingers Entertainment, you know, I had a couple of groups, you know, that I was working with. That kind of went kind of sour, you know, because of the business partners the head was getting too big. I'm the man, I'm the one financing everything. And, you know, you trying to run this without me, you can't do that, you know? So I had folded that company, and then started up Rock Smooth Entertainment, you know, with my boy Sean Williams, that also plays the drums with us on the road right now. And, you know, working with the post office, you know, and doing production, dealing with these, you know, these artists, you know, that's all I've been doing, you know. And also too, I bake. I'm a baker. Okay. So, you know, I get down and you know, with the baking skills, you know, as far as red velvet, pound cake, banana pudding, you know, I got my own little business, you know, with that as well, you know. So some people ask, damn, man, you into a lot of stuff, man. Where you find the time for it? You know, it's a passion. I have a passion for DJing. I got time for that. I got time for my baking, you know, and I get it done. I get it done.
Is it hard with, you know, like you said, you work for the post office, the baking, but when it's time, let's say, you know, Lyte calls you up, like, hey, we got to go do the show, or is it hard for you to
Well,
finagle it?
you know, sometimes it can be hard, but I make it happen. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Okay, okay,
You
okay.
know, he's never been without, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
never can say, you know, boom, I gotta work. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know, it might have been once, maybe once or twice. I
Right,
couldn't,
right, right.
you know, but majority, 99% of the time, I'm there. All
Nice.
right, let's do it. Let's go. You know what I mean? Because that's my passion. That's my first love right there. You know. But hey, you know, I know what, you know, I know what I get every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going down, you know. So I definitely can't mess up my future with that. I don't have to do anything in about 4 years. I don't have to do nothing but sit down, relax, travel the world, do what I want to do. And if Lyte and I are still, you know, doing shows and tours, hit it even harder.
Mm. Quick question: do you have kids?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
What,
got
what, you have
five,
what?
5 kids.
5 kids. What?
Yes, sir.
What's the youngest?
My youngest is 20.
Oh,
Miles.
20. Okay, okay. What do what do they say, you know, or what have they said when they saw, like, man, Dad, that was you back in like 88 in that video? Like,
Well,
what
again, my kids are humble. I taught them how to be humble, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And believe it or not, my oldest son, Marcel, he went to the beat jugglers, I think out in California.
Mhm.
No, the beat junkie, excuse me.
Oh
Junkies.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He went to school, class, you know, to learn how to DJ.
Oh,
You
nice. Okay.
because you know my kids stay in California. I'm the only one out here, you know, and
Mhm.
then I got one son in New York, you know, Joshua. But he went to class and didn't tell him who his dad was. You know what I mean?
Ah, nice.
He didn't want no favoritism or nothing like that. He just wanted to learn it, raw skills, the whole nine. And believe it or not, he's done a crazy damn good job. You know, was it last year? Last year, a year before last, he had to go through graduation. So he said, "Dad, you coming out here to my graduation?" I'm like, "Of course." You know what I mean? So when I get out there to the graduation, guess what his set was? Cha cha.
Oh, cha cha cha. Okay.
He was scratching when I was, kick, 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 kick.
Oh,
This one here for me and my DJ. So I'm sitting there in the
get
audience,
out of here.
yo, blowed, you know what I mean? Because he showed me that he'd been paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of moved me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, is any of my kids gonna pick up in the entertainment business or what? You know what I mean? And when he did that set with Cha Cha Cha, you know, it was just incredible. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Did it. And I was like, wow. And that's why he really wanted me to be there, because he was showing homage, he was showing love, you know, back. And that's when I met everybody that at the Beat Junkies. And it was like, yo, I ain't even know until, you know what I mean? And that's you know, pretty much the history on that. And my kids, my other son, KJ, he's into engineering and production as well. He's doing a little rhyming as well, you know what I mean? And you know, I got one,
Nice.
you know, so she's an esthetician or something, you know, doing nails and facials and all, you know what I mean? So,
Dope, dope.
you know, they're doing something, you know what I mean? Everybody's, you know, trying to, you know, find their place in life, you know, and what they want to do. So, you know, you know, I'm kind of happy that they're doing what they need to do, you know.
Nice, nice.
I don't think we touched too much on your production. Can you tell us some of the placements that some of your production has landed on?
Um, did some production for Tanya and Toya, you know, their reality show back in the day. Trey Songz had that reality show, did some production for that. You know, did a lot of work, you know, of course, with Lyte in the early days. You know, that's pretty much it right now, you know. I got some stuff in the works. With some new artists. I'm trying to feel her out and see what she's doing. Working with her, kind of guiding her in a sense. She's loading. She's out of Virginia. So, just trying to, get back in the swing of things, because at one point I just didn't do any production, didn't do any music, didn't DJ. I was like, bump this music business, bump, done with it, because the music business will drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on top of your game and you're not, being consistent, it'll drive you crazy.
Right.
But with the way everything is now, as far as technology and everything, have you thought about sort of, I mean, I know you say you're trying to work with the artists now, but have you thought about creating like your own company or something like yourself that you could put out music yourself?
Well, like I said, I got Rock Smooth Entertainment, and that's pretty much my company right now.
Okay.
So with that company, it's just like an umbrella of things. I do a lot of mentor. I do a lot of production, DJing, consulting, everything up under that, management here and there, so, I definitely been busy, stay busy with the music, just staying relevant, put it like that,
Did DJ K-Rock ever have any DJ battles back in the days?
Not really, man. I didn't really care. I battled a couple of people, like one cat out here. I knew I had to battle him because they was really kind of poking at me. You know what I'm saying? And he was the man out here for the radio station. My man DJ Rodski. You know what I mean? So I knew someone was going to test me out here. And I was just like, okay, when is it going to happen? So it did happen, and unfortunately, I had to open up a can of whoop at me. And we're still friends to this day, and we can laugh about it and we can talk about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had to, put a hurting on him. You know what I mean? We was in the building, and he had 3 turntables, and I'm setting up, and I'm like, what are he gonna do with 3 turntables? You know what I'm saying? Because I already know his craft and how he get down the whole 9. And I'm like, what is he going to do? Let me not underestimate. Let me focus. You know what I'm saying? So I came with that, that Exhibit 2000, the beat, you know what I mean? Scratching my name up in there. And then I went to the, to the Wu-Tang Clan, and scratched up some of that. And then I went to Big Daddy Kane, because that's my record where I do my little battle on. I get raw. I get raw. I get raw. Pick up the turntable, one hand, I just never really cared for going to battle, you know, but I put it like this here, I can hold my own. And still to this day, I can hold my own.
Gotcha. Man, one of these days, your son's going to test you.
You better come correct. He still got some more practicing to do. Want to battle, the real battle,
Right.
How do you feel about DJing in the year 2022?
Man, it's crazy, man, because music is definitely changed. You got a lot more cats wanting to sing. You know what I mean? So it's like the hook is dope, lyrics is whack. I'm not going to say that for everybody, but music is definitely different. It's hard to, play an, old school, joint and then bring it over to the new school joint, but that's what you got to do. Especially in Mobile here, they don't even care about mixing and scratching and all that stuff. They just want to hear the dope jams. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in blending and stuff like that. There's some DJs here that's really perfected their craft and really starting to blend and really, but for so many years, cats was just throwing it in. Stop and play DJ. I used to call them stop and play DJ, but the music now, man, you got something that's good. You got something that's club, but you also got something that you can just sit there and just listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not like back in the days you can throw on, I Got It Made, you know what I'm saying? Or you can throw on an EPMD, or you can throw on a Rock the Bells, you know what I'm saying? Or you can throw on a Rock Him, you know what I mean? Paid in full, It's nothing like that where you can just constantly just rock, yeah. Everything is on that singing right now,
Right. Hip hop's coming up on its 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
I'll let E go ahead and finish what I'm about to say.
Yeah, no. So, like Sincere said, 50 years of hip hop, man. You've been around for a long time. You've seen a lot. What are your thoughts, as far as hip hop culture turning 50, man? What's your
Look,
insight to that?
the real hip hop, that's what I'm saying. The real hip hop turning 50.
Right.
So I'm expecting a lot of shows next year. You know what I'm saying? Classic, like, they already started, like, I think I saw something, I don't know if it was in Brooklyn or something like that, something in New York, I saw a commercial. They're like, yo, we're having this artist, that artist, I think it was for New Year's, and they're like, come in your classic hip-hop attire, your Kangos, your rope chains, your earrings, your sweatsuits, come in that, you know what I mean? So I have a feeling that the new cats is gonna have to sit down for next year and really see how it's hip hop is really started. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm thinking correctly, I don't know about y'all, but they're gonna have a lot of shows with all the legendary hip hop cats, and it's gonna be sold up. Tours, spot dates for everybody, because this year should be the year that they pull everybody out the woolworks, that's legendary, that had a part of, hip hop history. They should pull out everybody, to do shows. There should be a show every weekend somewhere with some legendary artists. So 2023 should be a good year for the legendary cats to really make some money, you know what I mean? But really perform and show these new cats how a show is really supposed to be.
Have you guys, as far as like you and Lyte, have you heard anything come up so far for next year, or?
Nah, like I said, I'm gonna see her. I'm gonna see her this week. And I'm definitely gonna ask and see what's going on for the new year, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people had to, been reaching out to her to see exactly if she's available for next year to do some shows. There's no way that we should not be sitting at home next year. We should have at least 3 or 4 shows a month. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, man. I hope so.
The least, you know what I mean? But everybody should be busy next year doing their thing, because it's a celebration. You're going to celebrate it all next year. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. DJ K-Rock, we want to thank you for everything you've done for the culture. We want to thank you for the opportunity to give you your flowers this evening. Before we get out of here, let the people know what they can look forward to in the future from you.
Yo, DJ K-Rock, just check out, DJ K-Rock. You can go to the website, rocksmooth, .com. You can go to my Facebook, DJ K-Rock. Go to my Instagram, The Real DJ K-Rock. Anybody have any questions on the music business, you can definitely reach out. I do answer my messengers and inbox and all that stuff. I do answer that. I'm not one of them cats that you can't reach out to and funny about talking, and converting back and forth with you. Long as you on the up and up, you ain't trying to scam or trying, you know what I mean? Don't care for it,
Sell you some Bitcoins and stuff.
But definitely stepping up my baking, situation. Was talking to, some people about doing like a show on baking for the stars. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that, pulls through, that happens. More production, and hopefully, probably see me around doing some more DJing and stuff. But of course, doing shows with Lyte as well.
For the baking though, do you have something as far as like let's say if you made a pie, is it packaged and
I'm still working on that right there.
Okay. Let us know.
9 times out of 10, when I'm coming to a city and people know I'm coming to a city, they like, yo, K, I need this red velvet. You know, I need you to bring me a red velvet. So I'm going through the airport with cookies and Rice Krispies, you know, going through, you know, TSA, and they're like, yo, is that pecans on top of that cake? And I'm like, what's that, a red velvet? Yeah, you know, so some of the TSA that see me coming through like every other week, they know what you got this week, you know. So
Well,
that's how.
hopefully we get that. No, I was gonna say hopefully you get that done so we can see, like,
Look,
you know, Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie and DJ K Rock red velvet cake next to each other.
oh, most definitely. I make a pound cake that you drink nothing. You can eat the whole slice of pound cake without drinking. Be dry and stuff, you know what I mean? Trust me, I got that flavor, man. I learned it from my grandma, my aunts, you know, my mother. You know, I've been baking since I was 7. So that's never left me. You know what I mean? I just kind of stepped it up a little, you know, since like 2006. You know what I mean? Just been doing my thing and stepping it up even harder and harder every year. You know how you go to most weddings and stuff and you get the wedding cake and it be all dry and stuff like that. Nah, bro. I'm not doing that. You gonna be like, yo, I need some more of this.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, I don't say nothing. I just let the people talk. You know what I mean? I'm not bragging or boasting or nothing. I thank God for the skills, you know what I mean, He's given me, you know what I mean, to be able to bless people with these hands on the DJing, on the baking, you know what I mean, on the production. Yeah, I just thank God for all of that, you know, for all the blessings, you know.
Nice. Man, once again, DJ K Rock, like Sincere said, man, on behalf of myself, Sincere, Changing of the Hip Hop Gods, we appreciate you to the fullest. Thank you for all your contribution, man, from past to now and what you got going on, you know, hopefully in the near future.
Yes.
And I also wanted to say I'm really happy that you and Lyte are together, because there's certain groups, right? Like Rakim and Eric B, when they split, we still loved Rakim, but it was nothing like seeing them two together. And it's the same thing with you and Lyte. Like, you know, we love Lyte and everything, but there's nothing like seeing you and Lyte together. That makes the package complete.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad you guys are back together and still rocking, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And yeah, man, continue blessings for everything you're doing.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Definitely.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem, man. Just thank you, you know, having me on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Stay blessed.
Yes. Blessings. Peace.